Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about two new events, one of them has been out a couple days, but that is the fighting type event. So, as you can tell by my recents, there's quite a few fighting types if I just kind of scroll through here, and you can kind of see the main ones, so mostly Mankey, and also Machop, and then you do also see some Krogunk in there, and some wild spawns. Hariyama is a wild spawn, Meditite and Makuhita. Krogunk is in there as well, and the big thing about that is almost all those, especially the two newest ones, Mankey and Machop, can be shiny. So that's very cool. That's a lot of shiny hunting, and just like last year's Showdown event, they released two new shinies. That was the first time they did that last year with two new shinies as opposed to one. So they did that again this year, bringing out not just Machop or not just Mankey, but both of them. So that's very cool. They both get this kind of like greenish kind of hue to them, which I love. Honestly, so cool. Very excited, especially because Mankey and Primeape are two of my favorite fighting type Pokemon. So very excited to see them added. Krogunk being increased spawns is very cool because of Toxicroak's usefulness in PvP in the Great League, especially highlighted by last month's Twilight Cup. And then Makuhita, Hariyama, very cool. And I actually have a shiny Makuhita from last year. So if I actually scroll through here, that was like one of my first really cool kind of like different shinies. So very excited for this to be back. Charmander, I know I'm getting close. There it is. So that was like one of my very first like event shinies that were like, wow, I got it, we're here. So that's very cool. As did not get Meditite from any point until after that. So I want Meditite also, but I really want either Mankey or Machop. They're both very cool Pokemon. Love to have them. Machop! Oh, I want. Especially because like neither of those Pokemon really spawn near me. So right there I just quick caught that. But yeah, fairly cool. I definitely want to see that. But not only that, they also released a new move called Power Up Punch. This is a move available to a lot of the fighting type evolutions. Now here I actually messed up, made a rookie mistake, and evolved my Tyrogue. With a Tyrogue, you're looking for a Tyrogue with defense stat for a guaranteed Hitmonchan. So I actually forgot that Tyrogue was a baby Pokemon and has that reduced cost. So it got actually booted back up to 75 and 75 because originally Hitmonchan was from 10k eggs. So that's unfortunate, but you can see here it is a 3-bar charge move, which is pretty cool. I like that, especially for raids and gyms for some of the better, more useful Pokemon such as Lucario. Poliwrath also gets it. We'll go through and I'll highlight exactly which ones. But also look over here in trainer battles, you can see that Power Up Punch does get that attack boost. So that is very cool. It doesn't also get the defense boost, so it's strictly attack boost, which is interesting. That's the first time we're seeing that in Pokemon Go, is this Power Up Punch attack boost only, which is very cool. If we look at Silverwind, let's see. All these actually have Silverwind. So if we go over to trainer battles, you see attack and defense. That was before. Power Up Punch only gets attack boost. So that's very interesting and was not noted in the news section. So I actually go over to the news section now. We'll highlight exactly which ones you're looking for Power Up Punch. Poliwrath, Hitmonchan, Lucario, Medicham, which is interesting for especially Great League, and then Kangaskhan as well. So you Australians out there, you get your Kangaskhan's naturally. They can now have Power Up Punch, but for those of us who got it via when it was like in eggs for that little time, we could probably use a charge TM and get Power Up Punch that way. It is actually available via TM. I read that in the main article over on Pokemon Go's website. You can check that out. And then other bonuses that do include our Double Catch, Stardust, Battle, and Raid Stardust, which is very cool. So anytime you go into any of the battles, you can get double Stardust. Any raid, you'll get double Stardust. So Star Piece is a big thing this time around. Go ahead, make sure to be dropping Star Pieces to get that extra Stardust, and 2 times Gym XP. Along this, though, they've actually also increased some other things too. You can now get 5 rewards per day from your trainer battles. Oof. I don't think I did that yesterday. I don't think I battled anyone yesterday. Darn it. Anyway, 5 rewards per day, so make sure to be capitalizing on that. Easy way to get, well, maybe not easy, but it's a good way to get Sinnoh Stones and also Charged TMs, Fast TMs, Rare Candies, Stardust, stuff like that. And then also you can battle your gym leaders. Those guys are not gym leaders, but rather team leaders. Over here, you can go over to battle. You can battle the 3 team leaders 3 times, and you get 3 rewards per day during this event. This event is lasting just 1 week, so make sure to go out there and get that. Speaking of things lasting for a limited amount of time, Rayquaza is returning March 15th, so next weekend, from Friday, March 15th, 1 o'clock PDT, or Pacific Standard Time, so 4 o'clock in Eastern Standard Time, to Monday, March 18th, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. PDT. So make sure to get Rayquaza. Now, it doesn't say anywhere here that it will be shiny. There's some conspiracy with this. There have been, I think it's on the Japanese Pokemon Go Twitter account, said you will not be seeing shiny Rayquaza. Now, a lot of people are also saying that, you know, Niantic is just sick of people like leaking stuff, so they're like, oh, let's put out some news that you will not be seeing shiny, or just like with Clamperl, it never specifically mentioned that there would be shiny Clamperl, but Rayquaza's shiny is in the game files, as are every other Pokemon's shiny is in the game master files, so Niantic could surprise all of us, flip that switch, and turn on shiny Rayquaza. Shiny Rayquaza is so amazing. It's blacked out, very much like Black Charizard for Charizard shiny. It's just one of the really cool shiny Pokemon in the game. Rayquaza is one of the best Dragon-type Pokemon. Very powerful. You've seen him a lot. You've seen him as like the best in a lot of categories as far as just being an absolute monster. Of course, Dialga is actually also very good because Dialga is, I believe, the only dragon that is not weak to any Dragon-type weaknesses, so there's that. So make sure to be raiding Dialga, because Dialga will be very useful against Rayquaza. Of course, Rayquaza being a Dragon-type, other Dragon-types will be effective too, as well as Fairy-type Pokemon. And Ice-types. Ice-types will actually be 4 times effective. So Mamoswine with Avalanche, Mewtwo with Ice Beam if you have that guy, and also Weavile with Avalanche. Those are going to be your top 3 counters, and then of course any other Dragon, Fairy, or Ice type can also be used as well. So we do have that coming to the game. And beyond that, let's go back in the game. And so this is actually a great way to go ahead and farm Stardust. I haven't really been playing all that much since this event happened, and I was at practically 0 Stardust, and I already got 60,000 from very minimal playing, just like on my breaks and to and from work. Just, you know, like at stop signs and stuff like that, spinning stops, etc. And I haven't even hatched any eggs or anything like that. This is my egg situation if you want to know. So very cool. Don't forget to be sending gifts, because gifts are also a way to help out with Stardust. So if you want to, the best way to farm Stardust during this event, here we go. Drop a star piece, go somewhere where you know you're going to have lots of spawns, maybe a couple lures, drop a star piece, and then you're getting double Stardust on everything you catch. If there's a gym there, go ahead, get that gym. Maybe a double gym stop would be very cool. So like you can see over here, there's 3 gyms over there. What I'm going to do at least once or twice is go over there, turn all those gyms gold, go around, spin all those stops, lure them up, drop a star piece, and just start burying everything, feed everything 10 berries, you're getting Stardust that way. Open your gifts when you have your star piece on, because gifts a lot of times will have Stardust in them. Any challenges, anything like that with Stardust, go ahead and do that. Stack up a whole bunch of Pokemon in your field encounters, you can use those for Stardust as well. So just pretty much anything that you think, maybe I can get some Stardust, go ahead, go there, drop a star piece, do as much as you can. Eggs on star pieces, of course, as well, so if you can, go ahead and line up a whole bunch of eggs. The best ones, again, are 10k eggs, and then 5 and 7k eggs have the same amount of Stardust per them, and then 2k eggs have the least amount of Stardust, but almost all the eggs now actually have a ton of Pokemon that can be shiny, so very cool there. Another Machop, and this is the last shiny check for the end of this video, so this is actually a pretty good Machop. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. So we're going to wrap up through everything. These are 2 new shiny Pokemon, Machop and Mankey. Very cool, I want them. This guy, of course, was not a shiny, which is unfortunate, but go ahead and also farm out those candies because Machamp is such a useful Pokemon, especially right now versus Dialga. Machamp is one of the best counters. Of course, also Hariyama is a really good one as well. So go ahead and get Hariyama, go ahead and get Machop, because those are going to be useful Pokemon all the time. Machamp is also one of the best Pokemon for taking down gyms because of Pokemon like Snorlax and Slacking. And beyond just shiny hunting, you can also Stardust Grind, because everything is twice the amount of Stardust. Drop a star piece, and that's even more Stardust. And then Rayquaza is next weekend, so that's going to be very cool. Latios will be coming sometime this month, so expect to be having Rayquaza, and then probably Community Day, Rayquaza Community Day, and then probably Latios at the end of the month is probably how this is going to line up, because we did have Latios at the end of last month. And then that is going to be it for today's episode. If you did like it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe. And as always, God bless, and see you in another episode of Pokemon Go.